What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at a horror movie, but it's like a satire horror movie, which is supposed to be a comedy or a play on the zombie genre, and I'm gonna be honest, it is very lackluster, and I was quite disappointed with this film, because it has a pretty big all-star cast of pretty big-name celebrities, like the guy from Ghostbusters, Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. It also has Selena Gomez and the guy who plays Pennywise as well, I think, or is it the guy that plays Elvis? It's one of them. I think those two people look very, very similar, not gonna lie. So, it has a pretty... Sorry, headphone users, that was pretty rude of me, and I hope you can all forgive me, but it has a pretty big all-star cast, which doesn't get utilized at all, and that's what upsets me about this film. And it is also very slow and boring. But before I get into explaining why it is, let's quickly head over to what Google has to say without any further delay. So, it came out in 2019, it is a horror comedy, which is 1 hour and 43 minutes, and it has a 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 4.2 out of 5 on Amazon, and a 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb. You can watch this on Netflix, YouTube, Amazon, nope, that's a lie, Google Play, and Sky Store. Centerville, an ordinary and peaceful town, starts experiencing a zombie apocalypse, and the townspeople are at a loss for what to do. So how the story actually goes is with Adam Driver and the Ghostbuster heading into the forest to find Crazy Dave, a dude who is like a hermit and lives in the forest because he's been accused of stealing chickens. Yes, chickens. We then cut to Adam Sandler's best mate in a diner who's very, very racist, and he then goes home because he doesn't like the coffee, and when he gets home, his dog runs away, and so does all of his cows. Oh no. We then have the guy at the diner, who he was being very racist to, the diner owner, and then the cleaner, all having a little bit of a brewski. But ever since they were digging in the ice caps, the planet has stopped rotating, or has rotated slower. It's affecting the electromagnetic field of the planet, and it is causing zombies to come out of the ground. We have 2 zombies come out of the ground and eat the 2 people in the diner, and it does scare that one trucker dude, and he runs over to the comic dude, the nerd, and he's like, hey, what the fuck do we do in a zombie apocalypse like situation? And they barricade themselves in. We then cut over to Selena Gomez and Pennywise, who are chilling in a car, driving away from home. They're teens, running away from home, going on a holiday, something exciting. They book a hotel for very cheap. Next time we see them, they're dead. They've been eaten, ravaged by the zombies. Adam Driver then talks to Selena Gomez in like that 1-2 minute scene, and then gives her money. She then leaves. Adam Driver keeps breaking character and breaking the fourth wall, talking about the script, and talking about how he knows shit's gonna happen, which isn't funny, it's just annoying, and bullshit. Like, it just pissed me off, because it took away from the film. Not that the film had anything to, like, engage you with anyway. The zombie attacks were so lackluster, and there were so many zombies, and they left the fucking police department to try and save any survivors. They run into a girl with a fucking samurai sword who works at the morgue, and she's just walking around like it's fucking a regular Tuesday, killing all these zombies. And then we have the girl police officer get out the car and fucking get eaten because her grandma's there. We then have Adam Driver, the Ghostbuster, fucking yap for a solid 5 minutes before getting out the car and having a big old fucking battle sesh. And then the movie ends with them dying. That's the end of the movie. I'm gonna be honest, it was incredibly lackluster, and I know it's a comedy on horror movies and zombie tropes, but zombie tropes are already boring and overdone and oversaturated. Trying to bring them into their basic form to get a laugh out of it isn't funny. It's boring and it's just stale. This movie had no substance. It didn't feel like the characters were really acting or sort of expressing their feelings. They all just walked around pretty nonchalantly, pretty calm, and didn't say a fucking word in like any other tone than this really boring monotone voice that they were talking to each other in the entire movie. No one had any emotion or any care for what was going on around them. It's just a regular Tuesday. Oh, is that Phil? Oh, he's a zombie. Cool. Right, so what was we on about? Getting donuts? And shit like that. It was just boring, it had very little personality, and with a pretty big cast like this, which have had some pretty big movies, kind of upsets me. I watched this movie because Selena Gomez and the It guy were front and center on the poster, and were what the trailer was about, and they were even both mentioned in the fucking description of the movie. I watched it, they were in it for 4 fucking minutes. They were in it for 4 fucking minutes tops. It is pretty good prosthetics wise. The zombies actually looked quite good, which I was upset with, because if it's a comedy, why the fuck did they spend so much time and effort making them look good? Even the murder and like the violence and the gore looked decent. I did think it was very interesting that the zombies had like a grey powder, grey smoke come out of them when they were being killed. It kind of made it feel like it was some kind of curse or some kind of ulterior force that was affecting them, but nope, we get none of that. We get no information on why they turned into zombies. It's just because people are digging the polar ice caps, and that is it. They're fucking about with the Earth's electromagnetic field, and it makes zombies come back to life, and that's all the explanation we get. We get no deep lore, no deep story. We just follow these 2 basically bumbling buffoon police officers go around and just talk to people who have been attacked by zombies, or about to be attacked by zombies. It doesn't really set the stage, it doesn't really set the world up, it's just a very ordinary, very bland town. And they do try and have interesting characters like the Hermit, but they all amount to nothing. He helped them and saved them from the car at the end of the movie where they had that big fight, but it was all for nothing because they all died anyway. So it was just pointless. Like, every action in this movie and every decision was bad and terrible. The writing was so cheesy, and yes, I know it's a comedy, it's supposed to be cheesy and make fun of the like genre of horror movies, but Shaun of the Dead does it so well, where it has comedic elements, comedic timing, but it can take itself seriously, and it does have a decent story to it. It actually has a story and a plotline and a motive, and it has characters which have a little bit more depth than just, I read the script, I know it's going to happen. And that's it. That's all Adam Driver had to him, that he read the script and he could break the 4th wall, and he was good with a baseball bat. Selena Gomez just got eaten. That was it. I don't know whose idea this movie was, or who fucking greenlit it, but it was a fucking terrible decision, and one of the worst movies that I've ever watched. I wouldn't recommend this on my worst enemy, and I'm never going to watch this again. I feel like I've wasted my time watching this movie. It was so stale, and just had no substance. It was dry, it was bland. It's like coming home and someone's eating the snack you've been waiting for.